Okay guys, so we're up here, we're about 40 miles from top of descent, so we'll go ahead and start prepping for that. Now, normally you'd see me reset the MCP altitude here, but because we haven't been given our descent, we can't do that. We'll probably get it from ATC here very shortly, but we can't do it quite yet. We will, however, get, I'm sure, Donna at 12,000 feet, and we'll set 12,000 here accordingly. It's just a matter of time, but we should hold off on doing that until ATC allows us to do so. Pressurization panel is already set. Our landing altitude is 950 feet. I'm going to tentatively put in the ILS for runway 26 left. Now that may end up being 26 right, in which case we'll have to change that. I'll have that chart open so that we can do so quickly should we need to. So, 111.35 is the frequency for 25 left, so we will insert that like so. 111.35, and the course is 258.
Southwest 1086, cross Donna to maintain 12,000, Ontario altimeter 3001.
3001 and Donna at 12,000, Southwest 1086. Okay, so there was our descent, so we can set 12,000 here on the MCP altitude now. And course, as I mentioned, is 258, like so, and like,
squawk 7177, 7177.
like so. Auto brake, we have plenty of runway available, just an auto brake of 1 needed, nothing more than that. Our minimums are going to be 1126, 1,126 feet, so we'll wind that all the way up. You can see our barometric minimums increasing here.
455, radar contact, 16 miles southwest of Vegas VOR. Descend to maintain 13,000, McCarran altimeter 29901.
Okay, 11, overshot it a little bit. 1126. Now our minimums are essentially where you need to have the runway in sight by. If you don't have the runway in sight by that altitude, you have to go missed. But we should. The visibility, I believe, is going to be fine at Ontario. As far as the approach goes, we kind of step in over the mountains and then have to get down really quickly, a quick descent to turn right onto final. We'll see. We might need vectors to lose altitude, but fingers crossed that won't be the case. If we have to go missed, we climb to 1,700 feet and then make a climbing left turn direct to the Paradise VOR. The weather currently at Ontario is
455 negative, descend to maintain 13,000.
260 at 7 on the winds, 10 statute miles of visibility and clear skies. So good weather, and the altimeter is 3001. We'll set that here on the standby. Obviously, we remain at standard pressure until we descend through our transition altitude. And the last thing to do is calculate our landing speed. So current fuel on board is 9.6. We're going to lose about 1,000 pounds by Ontario, so our gross weight will be about 100,500 pounds. So 101.5, which gives us, with flaps 30, a landing speed of 118 knots. Right then, so 20 miles from top of descent. I don't even think I turned the passenger signs off. I didn't. It's such a short flight. We'll leave them on, and we'll be ready to descend here momentarily. So yeah, enjoy the views on the way down. The mountains are gorgeous, and I'll see you guys as we're getting ready to touch down.
Southwest 1086, turn left heading 160, here's visual approach, descend to maintain 5,000.
Left heading 160, vectors for the visual and down to 5,000, Southwest 1086. Okay, guys, so there was our turn and descent on down. So we're through 10,000 feet now. We'll get the fixed landing lights on. He descended us down to 10,000 feet after Donna, which wasn't captured, wasn't recorded, but that's just fine. Altitude's now 5,000, heading 160, and we're getting vectors for the visual here, so we'll need to see the field. And with this haze, it might be kind of hard, but hopefully we'll see it here soon. Altitude is good, coming down nicely, speed is good. We currently have flaps 5 out, and we'll get our engine start switches here to continuous just to make sure the engines keep firing. At low altitudes, you like to get the start switches to continuous. So we got a pretty good rate of descent. We could bring out just a little bit of speed brake to help get it down a little bit quicker here to make his, and by his I mean the controller's life, a smidge easier. Those mountains just look spectacular. Goodness. Wow. Really incredible. And then the airfield should be out there. I don't know if we can see it yet. Let's have a look.
Heavy, wind 2.
Yeah, there's no way. We can't see the field currently.
27, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 27, thanks. Take 1 heck.
A little bit more spoiler to help that descent.
Southwest 1086, turn right, heading 240.
Right, heading 240, Southwest 1086.
Twin Cessna 58 Zulu, contact Oakland Center 132.2, good night.
See, we're just a little above the glide there, so if we can get down a little bit quicker, that would be preferable. So we'll bring out full spoilers
Mexico,
at this point.
McCarran Airport, 9 o'clock, 13 miles, reporting safe.
There we go, dropping under the glide. Beautiful.
Southwest 1086, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, Southwest 1086.
Southwest 1086, Ontario Airport, 12 to 1 o'clock, 18 miles, reporting safe.
We'll call the field Southwest 1086. And yeah, we definitely cannot see it, but we'll keep flying this heading, and then hopefully we'll get it soon-ish. We'll see. I might ask for the localizer. In fact, I think I will. And Los Angeles, Southwest 1086, we have a pretty significant layer of haze. Could we grab the localizer?
Southwest 1086, roger. Flight present heading intercept runway 26 left localizer. I can give you, you might actually have just flown through it, so turn 5 degrees right to intercept the localizer.
Okay, present heading, get localizer. We're actually just to the right of it and capturing it now, so we don't need that right-hand turn, thanks for Southwest 1086.
Southwest 1086, roger.
Okay, so we'll put these spoilers away. Altitude's good, speed is good. He gave us a localizer, good controller. I like that a lot. And we'll start looking for that field again.
Air Mexico 455, descend and maintain 5,000.
Still don't see it. That's okay. We'll level off at 4,000 here, and hopefully we'll see the field shortly. As this haze rather fades out.
Titan 1 radar, Titan 1 heavy radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Up to 320 for Titan 1 heavy, thanks.
Air Mexico 455, turn left heading 340.
Still not seeing the field quite yet. On about a 10-mile final, we should be able to see it here very soon.
340, Air Mexico 455.
Is that it right there? Yep, I can just now see the runway. Southwest 1086 has the field.
Southwest 3025.
Southwest 3025, LA Center clearance or request standby. Southwest 1086, descend and maintain 3,500.
3,500, and we have the field for Southwest 1086.
Southwest 1086, cleared, visual approach runway 26 left, cleared to land.
26 left, cleared to visual, and cleared to land, Southwest 1086. Okay, so we can use the ILS here as a reference. We're cleared to land, so lights on. Spoilers are armed, gear is down.
Yeah, that's my...
Missed approach altitude is
Air Mexico
4,000 feet. That is set.
25 left, cleared to land.
Landing speed is 118 plus 5. We'll make that 123 here in the landing speed. Take flaps 15.
Good evening, United 789 with you, flight level 330.
And we're about fully configured.
Good evening, cross time and maintain.
Take out the autopilot here momentarily and hand fly it on down.
Nothing you said. This is Southwest 3025. You get my clearance.
Flaps 30.
Southwest 3025, cleared to the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport.
Gorgeous looking scenery. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that's actually fly. That's the reason that we're here, yeah? So I have control of the aircraft. We'll take out the flight directors because I am visual with the airfield. And throttles are out. I have the throttles.
Southwest 3025, read back correct, runway 15 for departure, advisor needs taxi, Burbank, altimeter 3001.
Roger, runway 15 for departure, Southwest 3025.
A little bit of nose up trim here. We'll bleed speed, pull the throttles back.
American 73 heavy rate, copy IFR.
2 white, 2 red. We're on slope with the pappies.
32.2 today.
Add power, nose up. We're getting a little low.
November 2540, Echo, contact Oakland Center 132.2, good night.
32,
Alright, now we have 4 red, so we need to add power, nose up, glide slope call out there just to keep us honest. We're still fine and relatively stable.
Center American 73 heavy, ready, copy IFR.
Back on slope.
American 73 Heavy, LA Center, cleared to the Sydney International Airport, Perch 1 departure, radar vector spicky, then as filed, climb via 6 maintain 5000, squawk 7170.
Alright, now we're in a pretty good angle here. Add a little bit more power.
73 Heavy, read back correct.
Keep the nose up.
Right for departure, altimeter 3002, advise ready to taxi.
Advisory take over, American 73 Heavy.
Woo, a little bit bumpy here. Not really bumpy, but you can just feel the aircraft dynamics. It feels amazing to fly.
Titan 1, clear direct, San Marcos.
Direct to San Marcos. Can I get the, is that Sierra X-ray Charlie?
Titan 1 negative, Romeo Zulu Sierra.
Hey, Romeo Zulu Sierra, Titan 1 heavy.
100 above.
LAX Center, really good evening for you guys there in the United States. American HR7 Heavy, which flight level 370, now passing Folly.
Oh, look at that ground effect catch us. We'll just gently, there's some float. Some serious float.
American, was that American 807 Heavy calling?
But we're down safely, plenty of runway to work with. 80 knots, reversers are now stowed.
American 807, LA Center, squawk 7140.
And there's 60 knots, we are manually braking. And we'll get off to the right here at Kilo is the taxiway. Clean the aircraft up here. Auto brake, speed brake, flaps, and so forth. And we'll get our taxi on into the gate here, cross 25 right, and then we're going to gate 407. So stop the clock, 36 minutes
American
on the flight time, very short flight. Lights off, fire up the APU, start switches and the strobe. Can get rid of weather radar and terrain here on the NDs. Traffic and data can go as well.
United 789,
Little bit of
I
a
just noticed that you're not actually going to Los Angeles, so you can disregard that
scenery glitch there,
I
huh?
gave you.
But that's okay.
Roger, I was trying
And we'll hold short at 26 right.
No worries, United 789.
Southwest 1086 is clear of 26 left at Kilo, short at 26 right.
Southwest 1086, cross runway 26 right at Kilo, Texas, gate B in November, this frequency, have a good night.
Cross 26 right at Kilo into parking by November this frequency. Good night, Southwest 1086. Alright guys, let's get parked up. Taxi light off. Transponder to standby. And we'll park up here, gate 407.
November 5
Let the marshaller do his thing. Get the aircraft shut down.
Charlie.
Ooh, let's try that again. There we go. It's a little more like it. See some flickering here. Obviously the scenery isn't exactly optimized for P3D, but it's better than default, so and there's no other options for Ontario really, so this is what we're working with. It still doesn't look bad. It's again better than default, which is kind of how we're doing it. So engines to idle, brake set here, APU gen on the bus. Can cut the engines. We'll come down here and get some ground connections going. So FS actions, ground connections, like so. Connect ground power. We can turn off the APU, get rid of the fuel pumps. Belts off, anti-collision light off, electric hydraulics, and so forth. Just cleaning up the aircraft. Set the bleeds back to their default state there. All bleeds on for the next time this aircraft is flown. Probe heat and window heat off, yaw damper off. And the aircraft is cleaned up. Now does this jetway move? This jetway does not move. It doesn't seem to, at least. Alright, well that is fine. So, we'll open up our doors and we will deboard. Right then. So, let's wrap this up. Okay everyone, I hope you all enjoyed the video. It was fun. Let me know what you think of this other format, the part 1, part 2. Gives you a little more to chew on, but a little less at a time. So, yeah, as always, feedback, requests, etc. are totally fine. Yeah, social media links are in the description if you have any interest in interacting with me a bit more, keeping up to date with content. Twitch as well, if you want to see these type of flights in a live environment where they are live streamed. That is the place to do it, twitch.tv/Vertigo. So, at any rate, I appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, so long.